So here we got an I need help signal from up north of LA a little bit. Gee, could that be San Onofre? Oh, they closed that nuclear plant down, didn't they? Some reason why 6 weeks after the quake, somebody needs help there. Oh well, that's conjecture. Anyway, let's take a look at the sky mirror and see what it's got to say in this shaky, quakey month. I mean, you're already into the Pluto time of panicky stuff and volcanoes, and we got lots of fun disasters to watch. Here's the sun conjuncting the south node, and that's kind of where you're at right now. And yeah, right now I figure you're on the Thursday the 17th, and Pluto just stopped. Eek, a bug! You know, this is panicky. Volcanoes, wildfires, radiation pollution starting to become an issue. You know, we had a quake line run up through Japan, and I saw a thing on History Channel about Fukushima, and they've got the whole area is covered with these tanks full of radioactive water. They got to store it, and they're trying to put more in. And I mean, if they had a quakey time there, even though their reactors are tied down, gee, you're still stuck with a whole bunch of radioactive water going into the ocean. And the gist of the TV special I saw was they said, Petco said, well, we can get all the radiation out except tritium, so we're going to have to put tritium back into the ocean. We can't get it filtered out. Eek, a bug! Okay, this chart, I don't see many like this. You know, here's Mars. You know, when Mars sets off a grand cross, fireworks happen, and fights, and war trips, and of course I'm not going to get into that too much, but Pluto is still really strong here, and he's starting to tone down a little bit downhill from where you are, but you know, 20 days before the Pluto station, I think was the 14th, 20 days after, he's still strong. Of course, Uranus is still strong too. We had a new moon powered up Uranus for the whole month of April, hence the earthquakes. But you'll notice coming up for you here this next weekend of action, I've labeled Pele because the moon's going by Pluto. There'll be another action-filled weekend, Saturday, Sunday, the 26th, 27th, when the moon's in Aries, and I've labeled this one Quakes because the moon's going by Uranus. This gives you the shaking. Pluto is the radiation and the volcanoes and the okay, you got the idea. Very different characters. And Mars is over here trying to stop it all and making it worse. Yep. Leave those homeless people, leave those protesters, those occupiers alone. What's wrong? Anyway, what's it like day by day? Let's go through this thing, but you know, I've never drawn up one quite like this. You're in the zone, don't panic. You know, if Mars starts to bother you, ask yourself what you're protecting, get the temper, irritation, and anger down. And Pluto, you know, it's survival usually. Oop. Doggone cats are chasing something right into my studio here. They bring things in. The old one brings in stuff for the young ones to hunt, everything from lizards to... I kind of broke them of birds, you know. They don't bother the birds much anymore because I chase them around and get angry. And if they bring in a nice rat or a mouse, I usually they don't eat it because I give them a can of tuna. Last night I'm up at 2 in the morning, meow, meow, give them a can of tuna. That's because the condos around here, I have all this rat poison out, the new shit from Monsanto, damn those people, and it makes the rats wander. They just wander around and, you know, for a day, staggering. Owls and cats pick them up because they won't eat dead things. So I've lost some cats and dogs here. These guys, I don't let them eat what they hunt. Digressing again. Prison riots, huh? Mars usually has to do with the guys who are locked up. And you're going to see a lot of prison riots. You probably already did the last weekend when the moon went by Mars. That would have been, 5-6 days ago for you. And fires. Anyway, where you're at now, if you're on Thursday, as you go into Thursday night, it becomes increasingly confusing because there's a nasty square to Neptune, troubles with liquids. Friday morning, the moon trines Uranus, and you can understand all this technical stuff and astrology. And maybe you should prepare for a high winds, because we're all having chaotic atmospheric conditions. That's what Uranus produces. Common for the month of April. Anyway, there's some highness here in the intellect, but there's no peace and quiet and rest and sugar. Middle of the day, Friday, the moon squares Venus, and forget the pleasure. It does make a nice sextile to Mars. Friday afternoon, get out there and fix things. Mars, the stuff of the wind is going to blow around and all these things. You can do a little pruning, put things away where they won't fly around in the wind. You can do some defensive work here Friday afternoon and evening. I would. There's a nice trine to Mercury late about midnight. Talk it out. Good communication flowing, huh? And Saturday, the moon's still in Sagittarius, where it was Friday and Saturday until, just before dinner, and the moon shifts into Capricorn. But just before it does, middle of the day, there's a nice trine to the sun, and you got a plan, and I hope you're prepared, because here comes Pluto. Moon goes into Capricorn. We got 2.5 days here while you're going to feel it real strong. You start with a false sense of security, though. Sunday morning, we're all going to go sing in church, and there's faith and music, and Neptune, the priest, said, "Oh, it's okay, don't worry." And then on Sunday, the bomb hits, and it blows up, and there's a panic. And are these terrorists? Are these volcanoes? Are these plutonium poisonings? Whatever they are, you're going to panic a little bit. I guarantee you we all have a little of this panicky stuff. So you got to get it in perspective. Me, I'm scared to death of big spiders. I got arachnophobia. So I can handle centipedes and scorpions, but doggone cat hunting something in my library here. Well, see, the cat jumped on here and there's a little shaking. So Sunday, the shit hits the fan. And then keep your head down. Don't get all dreamy in the morning, because it seems so churchy and you can have faith in things. No, you're still going to run into the bug and panic out a little bit Sunday, no matter what, over something. Yeah, and you'll be pissed off. Mars is in square Sunday night. Ask yourself what you're protecting, what you didn't protect, huh? Damn. Finally, there is a trine, or a sextile to Venus, and that kind of works in here Sunday after dinner, so you might get some relaxation. Had a tough day. On Monday, the moon's still in Capricorn, and in the morning there's a square to Mercury, and you can't communicate, and it's difficult to think about what's going on, and even more difficult to get anything done. Because here late Monday night, the moon squares the sun. And, hey, what are you doing? Hey. Tearing things up here. What do you got? Lima. Psst. Well, I don't know. It's probably a mouse or something. And she brought it right in here. I mean, that's $1,000 speaker there you're messing with, cat. Ah! Lima, it got away. Leave it be. Look at the screen behind you. What's going on here anyway? We're on a hunting mood. That's what's going on. And when this cat's in a hunting mood, That's it. Now you'll notice I colored Pluto two different colors. Red at first, angry, vicious. That cat, whatever he gets a hold of, and he won't give up. It's probably going to die. But then afterwards, here's blue, and Pluto becomes more nice, huh? And shares it with her cubs and the kittens. And, you know, Pluto now is, you know, the crocodiles are some of the best mothers that are in nature. Yeah. Anyway, if you're a policeman, you better keep your head down here on Sunday. This is going to be tough on you. And it probably continues through Monday. Can't get nothing done. On Tuesday, the 22nd, the moon shifts into Aquarius. And in the middle of the day, there's a sextile to Uranus. We can understand all this intellectual stuff. And we can fix the electronics and the electricity and the things that go around. Zoom. Fix them. Get out there and do some maintenance. Do some preparation. If you're in the high wind zone or the tornado zone or something, you know, do something to prepare. Yeah, on Tuesday. It'll come easy. You'll see. Wednesday, well, here's the square to Saturn. Run out of time and money, huh? Feels a little depressed Wednesday. It's just the morning time. As you go through the rest of Wednesday, after dinner, the moon shifts into Pisces. And there's a nice sextile to the sun Wednesday night. Make a plan. On Thursday morning, between breakfast and lunch, the moon goes by Neptune. Becomes very dreamy, and there's a lot of faith and music. And if you're a person of faith, the sun is near there, sextiling Neptune. This is a good time to, you know, bring in the higher heart, the spirit of religion in a true way. When you see the sun in the sky, say, "Hi, Father," out loud. See the moon in the sky, say, "Hi, Mother." That's the basis of all this stuff. All these organized religions distort it, you know, corporate stuff, right? That's what they are, corporate religion. So, and 2,000 years of the age of Pisces certainly distorted. Oh, I see she got what she wanted. You might as well see this. Where are you, cat? There it is. She's got it under her paw. See, it's a lizard. All this fuss so she could play with the lizard. The other day they brought a bird in here. Feathers all over. I still haven't cleaned it up. This is a cat's playground, I guess. Oh well. Nice digression from this horrible, chaotic month of April. Let's get back to it. So you can get a leg up on it on Tuesday and do some preparation. And then Thursday morning, or Wednesday morning is slow. You'll be late to work. Thursday, the moon's in Pisces. It's a morning of faith, and get high. Go out and look at birds. Listen to flowers and wind, and oh, you know, lucky we live Hawaii. If you can get to the ocean, go down and sit by the water Thursday morning. Do a little prayer. It gets even better Thursday night. Here's a sextile to Pluto and a trine to Jupiter. And now we understand how the shark bites. You know, when I asked the shark spirit, what are they about? He said, we're the Kevorkians of the ocean. We put stuff out of their misery. You never feel the shark bite, but if you're suffering or if you're weak or wounded, bang, put you out of here. You know, some of the basis for human sacrifice, believe it or not, we've turned it into something evil, but, you know. Okay, so here you are Thursday, and you're understanding this stuff. Yeah. And some deep things are going on here. Plutonian things, new discoveries. And as you go into Friday, you're in the Venus zone, huh? Things start to get loving and sexy, and there's a trine to Saturn. Be conventional about these things, and you're probably going to have a delightful Friday. It'll be organized, it'll be fun, and you deserve it. Saturday, oh, horse of a different color. Moon moves into Aries. Right away you start to feel the anger and the tension. The power, get out of my territory. Here's Uranus. I want to be an individual. Oh no, you're not. Out comes the sword. Mars is here. Police and guns. all kinds of horrors of our modern world. You know, isn't it really governments that make these wars and these territorial disputes and such silliness? Because Russia wanted to protect Crimea citizens. Nonsense. But here they're going to get out of hand, and people, there's quake zone again. Now, if you're in LA and in the LA basin, you know, you should be prepared here Thursday, Friday, while you got time and while things are kind of loose, because Saturday morning it starts to get shaky, and it's all the way through Saturday and Sunday. And this is a difficult time. Sunday night, real late, early Monday morning, the moon goes by the south node. Feel like we need help. Eek! So this is what could I say? I try to do it graphically, you know, and say, look at this, here's the hot zone. Look at this. Here's another hot zone. And you've just been, you know, the one I've just been through started with quakes in LA and wound up with quakes in Chile a couple days later. That was a hot zone. So I guess this is the proof of the work I'm doing, huh?